Those days of multiple listing service books transformed to online digital pictures, which now has morphed into virtual reality with 360 video. She said she knew something was immediately off because instead of sitting in the front passenger seat beside her, he sat directly behind her. When there are not sidewalks like on rural roads like this one in Lake County, the curb or the edge of the road is the closest a person can be. But FHP recommends that people come way off the road, especially at night. This operation isn't just happening at one intersection, but at 5 different intersections. In Seminole State Park,
this area is notorious for skunk ape. Did you know that?
A family of 12 is training.
Skunk ape? The Florida Bigfoot.
In just days, they will all fly to Tanzania, Africa, to hike Mount Kilimanjaro.
We usually go on a climbing trip every summer, and everyone starts kind of giving that look. Nobody says it, and then eventually everyone says, "Hey, what about Kilimanjaro? What about going back and taking the family, everyone this time?" So from 60-year-old William Sacco to 10-year-old Wakeland Brands,
I'm not carrying you. No way.
all are ready to make the big trip and the big hike.
Nervous, but not really at the same time.
You feel prepared?
Yeah.
Ready physically, but also mentally, because on their minds and across their chests are the words, "Me Strong."
It helps local families.
It's a local charity, one that helps Central Florida families, friends, and people battling cancer. And that word local means a lot to Brands, because with some charities,
you don't know where that money goes. You don't know what's really being done with all of it. We know with this one. Yeah, it's staying home, for the most part, Central Florida, and it's going directly to families. I mean, that's what it's doing.
Even the youngest on the trip know the hardships of cancer.
People who have it, like, there's nothing they can really do about it. It's just something that happens and they probably will not have a good time with whatsoever. So, I mean, kind of raising money for them is helping them out.
So the trip,
it's actually really nice out here,
is now a charity climb. To the summit, it's a 19,341-foot trek. So the family decided to use that number and turn it into their monetary goal for the charity Me Strong.
It goes directly to people, and it's just, from what I've seen, one of the most selfless organizations around.
In Lake County.
There won't be bears in Africa, will there?
No. I'm Erin Murray with News 13. The dilemma over water at Vera Gold's home is contentious.
I've seen the difference of $50 between the last 3 months.
Looking at her bill, she says she cut back on water use with the pool and her lawn. But as the temperatures increased, so has her bill.
So what do? Am I going to spend the money on new grass, or am I going to spend it on water? I think I'll dig a well. Maybe that's the answer.
For those who are seeing a high bill, OUC says they have an explanation as to why. It all comes down to water usage.
But when you use a lot of it in a month, and that's what we're seeing, it becomes more expensive.
Normally, between OUC's 7 water treatment plants, they pump out 87 million gallons of water a day to their customers. But hot temperatures made it go as high as 109 million gallons for one day recently.
We are very concerned about our customers.
OUC certainly feeling the pressure to keep things affordable.
We're very fortunate here in Central Florida. Water is generally very cheap.
However,
cheap?
Gold disagrees.
So I don't know what the answer is other than the rain dance.
Reporting in Orlando, I'm Erin Murray.
Pray every night, Lord, send me some rain.
News 13. As cars whiz by,
Dad?
10-year-old Noah Barnes asks his dad what's on his mind.
Are tanks the world's most destructive weapon in history?
The pair has a lot of time on their hands.
He's just one of those kids that he's really intense and he's really focused.
They are in the beginning weeks of their journey across the country.
When he puts his mind to something, he's extremely determined and kind of borderline stubborn.
The 3,900-mile hike was Noah's idea, starting in Key West and ending in Blaine, Washington.
And just came to me and says, "Hey, don't you want to see me cured?" And as a father, okay, yeah, let's figure this out.
Walking is Noah's way to raise awareness and money for research. Because Noah has type 1 diabetes. It's this part he hates the most.
You always get cuffed, like the fingers and then the muscles.
And while diabetes for most people in America is manageable, It is very serious. No one knows it could potentially kill him.
You could drop to 0 and...
And so as his yellow vest reads, he's on Noah's March to try and raise $30 million for research to find a cure.
I couldn't be prouder. I mean, you know, it's when you see somebody who actually wants to do something to help millions of other people.
And over the next few days, they will pass by Orlando.
The traffic, you have to always keep an eye on that.
And it's this travel that's exposing Noah to all types of people.
Yeah, the guy that owned the bulldog. What about the bunk beds that we stayed, the guy in Miami? What about the halfway house in the Keys?
What's the halfway house? Oh, now I remember.
Yeah,
You've had a lot of different experiences now, huh?
Yeah, and people tend to be very nice.
He tells everyone he meets about his mission to end diabetes. But on the highway, there aren't many people to tell. So, with a few waves, he marches on and gets back to asking his dad what's on his mind.
Do you want to see the Rogue One movie?
Reporting in Orlando,
The Rogue One, the new one?
I'm Aaron Murray,
Yeah, the latest Star Wars film.
Of course.
News 13. In his brother's driveway, Elijah Kelly works away.
It's not some like ordinary project like a bench or pulling weeds out or putting a flagpole in.
The 14-year-old is far from ordinary himself, and he wanted his Eagle Scout project to match that quality.
This is the page where it tells you all about my Eagle project.
This project in the making is dedicated to a nonprofit called Read to Sydney.
What meant the most about me about my Eagle project was that it helps kids with special needs, which same need that I have.
Elijah is autistic, and Read to Sydney helps kids just like him. It's a literacy program where kids with special needs read aloud to therapy dogs. The hope is that their reading levels improve.
There's Toby and then there's Flash.
Elijah is building an ADA table for this, so even kids who use wheelchairs are able to more comfortably read to therapy dogs as well.
Yes, these are my original plans.
And you made these?
Yes.
That, too, is also personal. His brother, who's helping him use the power tools, is a wounded veteran. He lost his leg serving in Iraq. But Elijah didn't stop there. He constructed an additional computer table, collected beanbag chairs, dog treats, dog beds, and even 1,000 books.
Did it amaze you, Elijah, how many people donated? Were you surprised?
Yes, very much, of how fast it came.
It will be a few more weeks until he's done, but he's happy to put in the time for each and every important detail.
It signifies like autism.
With your everyday hero, I'm Aaron Murray. Spectrum News 13. Inside the Ronald McDonald House,
Those are ballet shoes.
Maya Rogers dreams of being a ballerina.
Maya has been begging me for probably about a year to be in the ballet.
The Ronald McDonald House is home for now, while Maya's new brother, Perry Jr., remains in the NICU at Florida Hospital across the street. Passing the time can be tough. That is, until Dr. Phillips Charities and Council of 101 brought in the Orlando Ballet to perform. Front and center, Maya's face turns from total awe to wonder. The stress of life melting away to the songs of the Nutcracker.
It's an absolute blessing, this place. There are amazing people here.
And we know there's going to be families here during the holiday season, and it's going to be difficult for them. So if we can bring an ounce of cheer to them, that's all we were hoping to do.
This year alone, the Ronald McDonald House will help 2,500 families, 25% more than previous years.
Thank you all for making this holiday very, very special.
So special, it's easy to become shy when actually standing in front of her idol.
Did you like the show? Oh, I'm so glad.
Reporting in Orlando, I'm Aaron Murray, Spectrum News 13.